Preparedness TV. We're at the home of Super Bowl 46, where it's going to take place starting January 24th.
This will be our last press briefing before 46 days pass, and the Super Bowl is upon us, so we thought it would be fitting to do it here at Lucas Oil Stadium. So thank you for coming today very much. We have done a lot of work in the last 3.5 years getting ready for the Super Bowl, and feel very good about where we are, and today wanted to give you some updates. So first I'm going to introduce Mayor Greg Ballard to come up and say a few words.
I truly appreciate what everybody has done, not just on the Super Bowl committee, who have done so much great work with Allison and her team and Mark and others, but really the city has really kind of come together to make sure that we put on a great event. And when I say a great event, I'm not just talking about the game, obviously. So much is happening throughout the city of Indianapolis that will last long past this, which I think is very special and speaks to the unique character of Indianapolis.
Now, Mayor Ballard, you guys have been planning on this for 4 years, and you guys are in your last final days of it. How prepared do you think that you guys are?
Very prepared. Actually, when we get the updates from the NFL, they come in and check on us occasionally. They've always said we're ahead of the game, and now we're 46 days out from the game itself, and we look, I think we're in terrific shape right now.
Now, you guys have been doing a lot of revamping with downtown. I saw that you guys are also going to be having a walk that you're going to allow people to tour. Can you talk to us about that?
Yeah, we redid a street called Georgia Street, which connects Conseco Fieldhouse to the convention center, and it's 3 blocks long. We did it this year. We were going to do it anyway, but we did it in time for the Super Bowl, so that can be more of a walking area in there. We're going to put some historical monuments on there eventually. There's some in there right now, but we're going to put more in there. But it's really going to be a gathering place, not only for the Super Bowl, but for events that follow on also. So, but it's going to be heavily used during the Super Bowl. It's part of the Super Bowl Village. We'll have bands on there all the time, and it's just going to be a great place.
Yes, we're with Allison Melangton in Indianapolis, Indiana. Now, you've been with the program since the very beginning.
Yes, I have. I was a part of the bid team that bid for the 2012 Super Bowl, and then I've been working on it ever since.
Now, how does the bidding actually work when it comes to trying to get these type of events?
The NFL issues a bid spec document, and they send it to interested cities, and then cities respond in responding to all the answers that they've requested, and then you go and do a presentation as well. So it's about a 6-month process to submit the bid, do the presentation, and have the vote.
Now, with you guys being able to get the bid, and it's your first time having a Super Bowl in Indianapolis, what are you guys doing differently to make sure that this is going to be the Super Bowl of all time?
We have done a lot in that area. We do things a little different typically in Indy. We try to do community programs that really, when a big event comes to town, we take advantage of it and say, all right, what can we do to improve our community? We've got a huge legacy project going on in a neighborhood on our Near East Side. We've got a very extensive environmental program called First and Green. We have a breast cancer project to parallel the NFL's Breast Cancer Awareness Month called Super Cure. We have a Super Scarves knitting program and crocheting where we asked people to knit or crochet 8,000 scarves for our volunteers because it'll be cold in January, and we already have almost 13,000. So we've got a lot going on.
Oh my God, 13,000 scarves. That's a lot of knitting.
It is a lot of knitting. We have one woman who's 82 years old, and she knit 260 by herself. Which is remarkable, and so a lot of the volunteers that will be working will have hers on.
That is amazing.
You know, those of you who know me know that I get to follow these folks who have done such wonderful work helping people, making our city better, and then a guy like me comes up here and just says, hey, are you ready for fun at the Village? All right, it's going to be 10 days. It opens on the 27th of January and concludes with the game on the 5th. The hours will change depending on the day, but it'll be either open at 11 or 3 p.m. and will either close at 10 or midnight. Monument Circle, and this is a big thing because this is a really great picture opportunity for everybody who is here. Monument Circle on the south side will be host to the iconic Roman numerals, and you'll be able to have your picture taken there on Monument Circle. And because obviously we have such a great history of racing in our city, part of the fabric of our community, there will be a race car that will be customly decorated for each franchise, and a special Super Bowl car as well that'll be all around the downtown area. And this is going to be fun. All of you want to have a little death-defying situation here. It's going to be beautiful weather. You can climb 7 stories above the streets of downtown Indianapolis to get on the zip line. It's the longest temporary zip line any place in America, 800 feet long. And just for a small fee of $10, you can ride that, tell your families, tell your grandmas, tell your grandpa, get your kids down here and have this great opportunity. If you can't go to the jungle to do it, you can do it right here on Capitol Avenue. And the village will boast one of the great gatherings of entertainment all week long, something every day. 2 stages, the Verizon stage at Pennsylvania and Georgia Street and the Pepsi stage at Meridian and Georgia Street. And we'll feature such acts as, listen to some of these, especially Dave Lindquist down here, because somebody's going to come and ask you about this, David. Big Head Todd and the Monsters, Bret Michaels, everybody know him? Corey Cox, Darius Rucker, Dierks Bentley, Edwin McCain, In Vogue, Fitz and the Tantrums, Fuel, Here Come the Mummies, I Use Straight No Chaser. This is a big one. Your kids are going to love you when you bring them down. LMFAO, one of the hottest pop, synthetic type bands you're ever going to find. Morris Day and the Time, O.A.R, Patti LaBelle, Railroad Earth, Sixpence None the Richer, Humphreys McGee, and Will Hogue. And that's just to start. While we've, a little clap.
Now, you guys have a lot of bands that are going to be on Georgia Street. You have 2 stages. You have the Verizon stage as well as the Pepsi stage. Now, out of all of the acts that are coming in, which one are you most excited to see?
That's a really good question because your audience probably doesn't know I have a running joke here in Indianapolis that all good music stopped at 1970.
Oh.
So there's probably nobody on there that applies, maybe Patti LaBelle. But actually, I think Darius Rucker coming in was pretty neat. I think I'd like to hear him. You know, I know Hootie and the Blowfish and a few songs from there. I think he's a good guy. So I'm looking forward to him. But the other ones, you know, there's probably 3 or 4 names that I actually knew on there. But it was intended to really allow everybody to get their particular genre here in the city of Indianapolis and to come on downtown and enjoy the Super Bowl village, enjoy the atmosphere. So I'm thrilled that there's so many different types of bands coming down.
That's awesome. Now, with all of the work that you guys have put in towards this, and I've seen that you guys have been building up the city, do you have any concerns with how many people are going to be just coming in and swarming Indianapolis to see the game, to see all of the things that you've built up, to see these bands? How is Indianapolis going to accommodate basically thousands upon thousands of fans?
Well, we have a program called Know Before You Go, so that when you come downtown, you know how to get there. Certain places where you can park and ride and that sort of thing. This is going to be different than other Super Bowls. People need to understand that because most Super Bowls that you go to, you're 30 minutes over here or 45 minutes over here. Most of the activities here in downtown, you can see it in our downtown, they're connected up. We're all connected here in downtown. That's why so many sporting events come to Indianapolis because you can go outside. You got 150 restaurants downtown. It's vibrant on just a regular Tuesday evening. Our downtown is vibrant, as opposed to it could be a little isolated in most cities across the country. Not our downtown. It's all connected up. So many of the events come down here. Like I say, the venues, the connectivity. You can walk in different places. It's safe. That's what's different about this Super Bowl, and that's why I want people to come down. But they have to know before you go, as our saying goes. Know where you can park. Know where if you have to, you're going to park just outside and take a bus in or something like that. You have to know how to get around a little bit. We're trying to make that as easy as possible. We want the thousands and thousands of people downtown. We absolutely want them because we're very proud of it. Very friendly city. You'll love it when you come here.
This is Brittany for Click on This TV. We're at the home of Super Bowl 46 where it's going to take place starting January 24th.